This video may be the biggest one I've made yet, and you'll see why in a sec. Today's video is on how to lock in for the winter, basically a winter arc. And a lot of people don't know how, because I've seen some people try to do winter arcs and yeah, they need a little bit of guidance. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a full guide on how you can do a successful winter arc and come out as a new person without fucking things up. So let's get straight into it. Most importantly, what is a winter arc? Winter arc is basically a time in the winter, obviously, that starts from October 1st to somewhere in February, which is a period where people want to spend it to improve and do nothing else but improve. And there's really not much else to it. Just a time that people want to take to improve, reflect, yeah. And people do it because maybe they just came out of a rough situation. A relative died, they lost a loved one, and someone who just wasn't happy with who they were and wanted to change. So that's why I did a winter arc. Now there are three main things that you can improve on, and just these three alone will change you into a different person. The first one is your body. Your body, your physical appearance, how you look. So let's get deeper into it. So your body, what can you do to improve your body? You gotta ask yourself these questions. With all three of them, with all three of these sections. Let's start with body first though. How can I improve my body? Let's say you're some skinny fat dude. How can you sort things out? Number one, you can cut down your body fat. So yeah, say you're some skinny fat dude, maybe even just overweight dude, cut down your body fat and start from scratch, bare bone. Then from there, you can start putting on muscle by going to the gym. You may not even need a home, like a gym membership. You can straight up build muscle at home. Body weight exercises, push-ups on the floor, whatever, it doesn't matter. But definitely try to get into a gym membership because it'll be a lot easier to put on muscle. And your body doesn't only mean your body, it means your face too. If you're not a typically good looking dude, you know, there's this thing called looks maxing. I don't really see the word sounds cringe, but basically it just means that you put all your effort into making yourself look good. So, you know, maybe your hair, you know, try to lose a bit of body fat to get a better defined jawline, you know, try to grow out facial hair, stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just where you put all your effort into making yourself look better. The name sounds weird, looks maxing, but I mean, I can see how it can work. I mean, if you're putting all your effort into making yourself look better, yeah, sure, it can work. So yeah, your body. What I recommend is for people who want to just improve how they look, like their body and their face. Number one, get into the gym. That's the easiest way. So if you're skinny fat or you're just overweight, first cut down some body fat, but you can still get into the gym, build muscle. It's not like if you're fat, you're not going to build muscle underneath. Later on, you can cut down to reveal some of it. But for now, just get into the gym. Anybody. If you're skinny as shit, if you're fat as shit, it doesn't matter. Get into the gym. Put on some muscle, build some strength. That's the easiest way to make sure that you feel like you felt accomplished during this winter arc. And make sure to stay consistent. The one thing that people do wrong is that they go all out and they can't find a way to stay consistent. You don't need to go to the gym 7 days a week. Actually, it's not even recommended to go 7 days a week. You want to have some rest days in there. What I do is I do a 4-day split. I go Monday to Thursday and I just take the rest of the days off in the week. And I kind of do like a bro split. I used to do push-pull legs. Honestly, there is no right way to work out split wise. At least you can do push-pull legs, you can do Arnold, you can do upper lower, you can do full bodies, you can do fucking whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever works out for you. But if you want to put on muscle quite fast, I do 4 days a week, rest days in between more preferably. So let's say Monday you go, Tuesday you rest, Wednesday you go, Thursday you rest, Friday you go, Saturday you rest, and maybe Sunday you go. Or if you want to swap it around, maybe if you want to go, you know, every Monday, Tuesday, take a break, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you go. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, that's all that matters. The minimum amount that you go per week should be like, if you really want to put on muscle, go at least 3 times a week. That should be the bare minimum. But yeah, if you want to stay consistent, there's an easy way, and that is, you know, have your friends go with you. It's pretty simple. I mean, I hate working out by myself, but I do anyways, sometimes here and there. But I do have friends that go with me because they want to build a better physique, but also because it's just fun. You know, having your friends with your workouts is a lot of fun, and honestly, I've had so much motivation. You know, for a good part of, let's say, 2023 September to June this year, 2024, I hated going to the gym because I used to go by myself every single day. But now I've started going back to my old gym, and 3 of my friends go with me every single day, and it's a lot of fun. You know, I used to hate thinking about going to the gym after school, but now I love it because I'm going with my friends. So yeah, you get in the gym. Now, how do you actually put on that muscle outside of the gym? Number 1, get enough sleep. You should be getting at least 9 to 10 hours of sleep. 8 is all right, but like that should be the bare minimum. 9 is mostly recommended. First, actually, I should explain something. Before you get into the gym, you should actually understand how a muscle is built. Because a lot of people think that you go to the gym and it builds right there, but no, that's not how it works. Basically, you go to the gym, you work out, and then your muscle fibers, your muscle is made of little fibers that tear when you're in the gym. So when you work out, they tear, they basically break, and they are rebuilt. But when you get back from the gym, the process kind of starts and it goes into the day the day after, and that's when it starts rebuilding. You get stronger, and once it's fully repaired, it comes back stronger and bigger. I'm not saying you're gonna look like C-Bum, obviously, like within 1 day, but over time, that's why you need to stay consistent, because over time, if you keep adding and building it up, consistency, you'll start noticing progress. So yeah, make sure you're getting enough sleep, because that's when the muscle builds, and also make sure you have enough rest days during the week. Another thing is eat enough protein. You should be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight that you have, which I don't know why I said it like that. People make it very confusing to how much protein you should have. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight you have. They're literally just saying eat your body weight in protein. So if you weigh 152 pounds, eat 152 grams of protein per day. And yeah, that's pretty much it with your body. Your face, sure, maybe get a new hair. There isn't much to say about your face. But if you really wanna, do that monk mode kind of thing, and you really lock in, come back like someone who looks different, who is different inside. Number 1, get a different haircut. That's the simplest way. 2, try to lose a bit of fat, get a better defined jawline. And 3, if you have a lot of acne, put some time into trying to clear that up, and that's pretty much it. Now, we're done with body. Now we move on to mindset. This is the second section. So things like mindset can include increasing your discipline and just becoming mentally stronger overall. Honestly, mindset is such a vague term. Hold on, let me try and explain. So if we were comparing mindset and all the little itty bitty like terms and things inside of mindset, it would be like calling, let's take the world for an example. It's like calling Asia the mindset. So let's say mindset is Asia, and then things like, discipline. The word discipline is the country China inside of Asia, inside of mindset. And then things like, resisting urges and getting out of your comfort zone, all those things, like all those little terms and whatever, are like cities, like Beijing and Shanghai inside of China. That's my best explanation. I don't know how else to explain it. So once again, mindset is basically Asia. China is things like increasing your discipline, and the little cities like Beijing and Shanghai are things like going out for a run at 3 a.m., getting out of your comfort zone, getting into the gym, things like that. So yeah, mindset is a very vague term, and I can't explain everything about mindset, but I can definitely explain the basics so you have a better understanding. So yeah, let's get into it. So how do you increase your mindset? It is honestly very simple, and it just happens over time. If you compare my mindset to when I first started self-improvement, it was very different. The things with my mindset back then in grade 9, like very beginning of grade 9, were basic things. Like I felt like my mindset was a lot stronger. And it kind of was, yeah, sure. I knew how to discipline myself to do things that I mean, kinda. But I also felt like I had a stronger view of the world. I don't know, I feel like don't take my word for it now. Let's say this is some other completely different person. I don't want to act like this was me saying this. But back then, I kind of saw myself as like a non-woke person. Like, I kind of thought a lot of other people were like woke for some reason. I don't even think woke is the right word. Hold on, let me explain. So for an example, this is when Andrew Tate, I hate saying that. This is when Andrew Tate was first popping out and influencing a lot of young men, and he was telling people how, 9 to 5 and stuff like that is, not real life, I guess you could say. It's not the real world. So I started, indulging in that, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm starting to understand stuff that other people don't. Because you know what, I was telling people, yeah, I want to start a business and I want to work for myself and I want to become a millionaire, which are really good goals and they're good to have. So I was telling other people that, and they responded with things like, dude, that's not possible, dude. It's like, you know, it's not stable, and you know, fucking, you might lose all your money, and you know, it's very unsafe, and you should just, you know, stay a 9-to-5 person and just be a labor worker until you fucking retire, until like 50 years later, stuff like that. So yeah, how do you really increase your mindset? Number one is very simple. Reading is the bare bones to, actually I wouldn't say bare bones, it is still just a very good way to increase your mindset, and that is how a lot of people do. Reading is like fairly rated, I would say, but some people underrate it a lot. You know, reading is actually, like, I shouldn't even have to explain. I'm talking about non-fiction, obviously. If you're reading fiction expecting to gain knowledge, but yeah, when you read, obviously, if you read self-help books, I wouldn't even say self-help, just books like, for an example, Deep Work by Cal Newport, that teaches you deep work, how to do flow state work, how to do deep work. So you're learning things, you're learning a lot of things and stuff that you wouldn't be learning otherwise, obviously. When you read, you gain knowledge. There's pretty much not much to say. I don't even know how to explain how reading is gonna improve how smart you are, but yeah, sure. And there's specific books to increase your mindset. So things like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by David Manson, that's a great way to increase your mindset. Actually, that's the #1 book that influenced my mindset today. It just makes you mentally stronger overall. So things that I'll leave the link in the description down below 100%, because it is such a good book for mindset. It just makes you mentally stronger overall. So #1, it teaches you how to prioritize things and not let other people get in the way of those priorities. So I didn't mention how crucial this is, but being able to prioritize things and not let other people get in the way of that is so important. It's gonna get you so far in life. You're gonna have friends, you're gonna have people, and you're gonna have crabs. The crabs are the people that want to bring you down just for the sake of it, because they don't want to see you progress in life. It sounds weird, I know, but that is genuinely a thing, because I've had people like that in my life. But yeah, being able to prioritize things is so important. So for an example, if you know you gotta go, let's say you know you gotta go to the gym right after school, but your friends invite you to the mall. You gotta be like, no, I can't do this. You gotta tell your mind. You see, non-mentally strong people would be like, oh yeah, I can just go to the gym tomorrow or something, and then go to the gym, go to the mall with their friends. But mentally strong people are gonna be like, no, I have to do this. I have a priority and I'm going to stick to it. That's what the book teaches you. Other things are, you know, not giving a fuck about certain things. Hence the book is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It teaches you how to literally not give a fuck. It doesn't turn you into an asshole. In fact, there's a literal chapter in the book that teaches you how to not become an asshole. So it just teaches you how to not give a fuck. So when there's people, like, one thing that the book teaches you, it's like, you know, if someone is coming up to you and is, you know, calling you vulgar things or something, or, you know, for an example, you got haters and stuff like that, you just gotta be like, dude, I don't give a shit about you. So yeah, that's just one example. Once again, mindset is a very vague term, and I can't just explain all these little things because they seem little on their own, but when you add them all together, you get mindset, and a strong mindset. So yeah, definitely, if you want to know more about mindset, like, I'll leave the link in the description to get how you can get the book. But The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, such a good book. Another way to increase your mindset is swap out music for podcasts. I'm not saying you don't have to completely rid of music, but podcasts are an amazing way to increase your mindset, and also just overall knowledge. So some podcasts are like Hamza's. I don't know if you know who Hamza is. I'll put his channel right here, a picture of his channel. Yeah, so this guy, he's basically a self-improvement YouTuber, and he's great. He's influenced a lot of people, and he's because of where I am today. Wait, no, sorry. I am where I am because of him. Sorry, he doesn't even know who I am. What am I talking about? But yeah, I'm where I am today because of him, and he's a great guy. So yeah, he has a podcast on Spotify and all these other streaming platforms. Another one is Andrew Huberman, the Huberman Lab podcast. He teaches things about, you know, science and hormonal science and hormonal health and things like this. A lot about mindset as well. Honestly, that is genuinely one of the best podcasts you can listen to, just if you want to gain knowledge and increase your mindset. But yeah, those two are great podcasts. And number 3 is watch more educational videos. So honestly, here's my problem with educational videos. But here's one downside with educational videos. If you let these, thing is that educational videos, you find them on YouTube. So people like, once again, Hamza, you just watch a bunch of his videos. But the thing is that it tricks your mind into thinking that you're doing something productive. So if you're, you know, like sitting at home and like for 3 hours straight you're watching these videos, don't tell yourself like, oh yeah, I'm doing something productive, you know, I'm learning and stuff like that. But this is like just a little side note. Honestly, if you're gonna spend 3 hours on watching educational videos, spend 3 hours reading a book instead, and it gives you a lot more education than educational videos. So yeah, don't let videos control how productive you're being, because I used to do this all the time, and I used to just sit in front of my screen watching educational videos thinking I'm being productive, but honestly, to a certain extent, it can be. So yeah, don't let it take over your life. And the fourth thing for mindset is just experience. You know, even back in 2023, even after I read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, sure, my mindset was stronger, but honestly, experience is the best mentor than anything in the world. Not only for mindset, but just for anything. And in order to become stronger, in order to become mentally stronger, you gotta use things that you learn in books and things like that, and you gotta use it. Like, you're not just gonna be sitting there and be like, yeah, I'm stronger now. You actually gotta do things to make yourself mentally stronger. And once again, just experience. Not even from books, but maybe you'll like, something will happen in life and then you'll just reflect on it and then use it again, maybe later on. You can't really control it, it just happens. And that is about it for mindset. Now we move on to health. How can you improve your health? So things like better diet, a longer lifespan, and becoming happier are all things that correlate to health. How are you gonna improve? Number one, this is a simple one, daily sunlight. Why did I rank this first? You're probably asking. Number one, it makes you happier. If you guys haven't watched my video about mental health yet, I highly suggest you go watch it. I'll leave a link in the description. It increases your mental health and it makes you happier. There's vitamin D in there. It reduces cortisol in your brain, which basically, the lower your cortisol is, the higher your happiness levels and testosterone are. So daily sunlight, at least I'd say 45 minutes to an hour. And it doesn't need to be sunny. It can still be cloudy, literally. It can be cloudy outside and you can go sit outside and you'll still be getting sunlight. So yeah, daily sunlight is amazing, makes you happier, reduces stress. And honestly, reducing your stress is such an easy way to just improve. So yeah, daily sunlight is a must. Now 2, whatever hobby that makes you happy. This is the most important thing apart from daily sunlight, because one thing I forgot to mention is that the winter arc is gonna make you a hard motherfucker. The winter arc is supposed to be a time where you actually disconnect from friends, and that's something I didn't explain earlier. The winter arc is for people to go straight monk mode, and monk mode meaning you disconnect from friends, ghost them, you go ghost mode. So yeah, once again, the winter arc is gonna make you a hard motherfucker. So doing something that makes you happy and keeps your sanity and doesn't do that is crucial. So being able to balance that while also not being like a depressed person but also like a rude person, you can do that by just keeping a hobby that makes you happy, like really happy. So a hobby that makes you happy, you can literally, it can be hanging out with friends. And I know that I said the winter arc is a time that you're supposed to disconnect with friends, but honestly, I don't believe in that. Unless if you're like a really soft bitch, then I don't see the point. So yeah, you wanna stay close to your friends, hang out with them at least maybe 2 times a week. It could be cool, maybe 1 on the weekends. So you keep your sanity and you also stay happy and you also don't become a dickhead. So yeah, or even another hobby that can make you happy, or just something that you like doing. So maybe playing an instrument, maybe a sport that you like, maybe going rock climbing or whatever, or hiking or getting out in nature, whatever makes you really happy. It could even be doing something like playing video games. I recommend that's not what you do. Honestly, I'd just rather just go outside and hang out with your friends. But yeah, whatever makes you happy. Another thing is clean up your diet for health. Clean up your diet is the simplest way to increase your health. I've made a full video on how to eat foods for your health or just for your diet overall. Once again, link in the description. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too in depth with it here, but cleaning up your diet, things like single ingredient foods are crucial. If you're eating more single ingredient foods, you're staying further away from ultra processed foods. I explain all this stuff in the previous, not previous video, but in the video where I talk about dieting and nutrition. Once again, link in the description. But yeah, clean up your diet, single ingredient foods, things like that, and your health is gonna skyrocket. So all the things I just listed, doing what you like, keeping a hobby, what makes you happy, cleaning up your diet, and also doing daily sunlight, things like that are, simple things to have you live longer, increase your lifespan, become happier, and also become just overall more healthy. You'll just feel better when you increase your health. You'll feel happier. You might even look happier, because when you eat things like single ingredient foods, non-ultra processed foods, you'll lean out a bit, and it's surprising. Oh yeah, one more thing with health is that you can try taking supplements. I take moringa, and let me tell you, it works magically. My immune system has been so strong, and I have not gotten sick since January of this year, genuinely. So yeah, have a look at some supplements. Moringa is a great one. Vitamin D, K2, D3, an amazing one, crucial for bone health. And that pretty much wraps up all 3 sections. Now here's a bonus. Begin a big project, something that'll take a couple months to complete. It should take the entire winter. So for an example would be something that makes you money, like a business, or like what I'm doing, a YouTube channel, or honing a certain skill. So like a sport, maybe you want to start boxing and you want to hone that, you want to become amateur level or something, or maybe even an instrument. Just a big project, something that you could, it's something that you can grind on for a couple months when you're, something that keeps you busy, something that teaches you hard work, something that keeps you creative, and once again, something that keeps you busy. So you determine what that is. Maybe you want to hone a skill in a sport, once again, or even you want to learn a new language, or once again, something that maybe makes you money. All right, and that is pretty much it for this video. I am currently on 30 minutes of rolling, so yeah, I'm gonna end this video here, and that is pretty much all I have to tell you guys for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely leave a like, comment, share this to other people, to people who you think might need it. All the things I've talked about in this video, like my videos and books that I've talked about, I'll leave the link in the description. I'll also leave my Insta in the description for people who just want to ask more questions on things I haven't, specifically told you guys in this video. My DMs are always open. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, bros.